Create your best life. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Create your best life.
Welcome to Season 3 of Create Your Best Life podcast. Hello and welcome to this episode of my journey with art, key moments and realisations. Today I'm sharing something deeply personal, my journey with art. It's a story of rediscovery, resilience and realising that art is for everyone, no matter where you start. If you've ever felt discouraged, doubted yourself, or thought creativity wasn't for you, then this one is worth listening to. So grab a brew and listen to today's episode, My Journey with Art, Key Moments and Realisations. If you've ever listened to my episodes before, you may know that I like to share stories because these are a powerful way to share a message. I wanted to start today's episode with a little reminder. Life is a constant journey of growth and learning. Recently, I had a moment that reminded me I don't have it all figured out, and that's okay, because we're all human. We can't be positive or know everything all the time, but what we can do is show up, embrace our imperfections, and take small steps towards creating our best life. This space isn't about pretending to have it all together. It's about growing together, learning from each other, and being real about the ups and downs of our journey. So let's dive in, share some stories, and explore how we can build a life that feels fulfilling, authentic, and completely our own. Losing my creative spark. I'll never forget a time when I felt completely overwhelmed. My calendar was packed with back-to-back commitments, and it seemed like every moment of my day was accounted for. I was trying to push through, telling myself I had to keep going. But I could feel the weight of it all. My creativity had run completely dry. Every time I sat down to work on a project or come up with new ideas, my mind felt like a blank page. One particular frustrating day, I was staring at my desk, willing something, anything to flow. It didn't. But instead of forcing it, I grabbed my coat and decided to go for a walk in the nearby countryside. At first, my head was still buzzing with everything I had to do. Deadlines, emails, workshop plans, and a million other little tasks raced through my mind. But as I walked further into the fresh air, something shifted. I started to notice the crunch of leaves beneath my feet. It was autumn, and the trees were a riot of orange and gold, their leaves dancing down to the ground in the breeze. I felt the cool air on my skin and listened to the gentle rustling of branches and the chirping of birds. The more I tuned in, these small details, the quieter my thoughts became. It felt as though my mind was realising everything it had been holding onto, or should I say, releasing. When I got home, I didn't dive straight back into my work like I would usually do, but instead, I lit a candle, curled up in my favourite chair with a warm drink, and I allowed myself to just be. No pressure, no to-do lists, no expectations. I sat there and simply breathed, letting my thoughts come and go like clouds passing in the sky. In that moment, I realised something. I hadn't truly stopped in weeks. I'd been running on empty, giving my energy to everything and everyone except myself. That small act of stepping away, creating space, and reconnecting with myself felt like flipping a switch. The next morning, I sat down at my desk, and it was like someone had opened the floodgates. Ideas came rushing in, clearer, brighter, and more inspired than they'd been in months. I felt focused and energised, ready to tackle my projects with fresh eyes. The lesson I learned that day taught me something vital. Solitude and self-care aren't indulgent, they're absolutely essential. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and feel like you can't afford to take time for yourself. But the truth is, you can't afford not to. By stepping away and giving yourself the time and space to recharge, you're not just taking care of yourself, you're making an investment in your creativity, in your mental health, and your ability to show up fully for the things and people you care about. Now, I make time for those moments regularly, whether it's a walk in nature, sitting quietly with a cup of coffee, or journaling my thoughts. I prioritise creating that space. It's become my non-negotiable. So what you can do, if you've been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or creatively blocked, I encourage you to try this. Take 10 minutes to step away from the chaos. Go for a walk. Sit quietly in a peaceful spot. Or simply breathe. Pay attention to the small details around you. The way the light filters through the trees, the texture of the leaves, the rhythm of your breath. And when you return, give yourself permission to just be for a moment. Light a candle, grab a journal, or sit in your favourite chair and let your thoughts settle. It's in these moments of stillness that clarity and inspiration often find us, and when they do, you'll be ready. So my challenge to you is this. What's one small way you can create space for yourself today? You deserve it. The beginning, a love for art. As a child, I loved art. I spent hours drawing, painting, and losing myself in a world of colours and imagination. Art felt like magic. It was my way of expressing myself and exploring the world. But everything changed when I got to secondary school. I remember one particular moment like it was yesterday. My art teacher looked at my work, frowned and said, "You'll never be any good at art, Debbie." I can't even begin to describe how crushing this was. Those words stuck with me. At such a young age, I believed them. I stopped creating altogether, convinced that art wasn't for me. Decades without art. For years, decades, really, I put my dreams aside. Life got busy and art became a distant memory. But deep down, something always felt missing. It wasn't until my 40s, during a particular difficult time in my life, that I found my way back. I was overwhelmed, emotionally drained, and searching for something, anything, to help me process what I was going through. The rediscovery of art. One day, I picked up a pencil and started drawing. At first, it felt awkward, and that old voice crept in saying, "You're not good enough." But something inside me told me to keep going. Lesson 1. Start where you are. You don't need to be perfect or even good to begin. Just start. As I continued drawing and eventually painting, something incredible happened. Art became my release, a way to process my emotions and quiet my mind. The aha moment. One of my biggest realizations was that art didn't need to be perfect to be meaningful. It wasn't about creating a masterpiece, it was about expressing myself. Lesson 2. Let go of perfection. Embrace the process, not the result. Art is about self-expression, not skill. With every piece I create, my confidence grows. I begin to appreciate my work, not for how it looked, but for what it represented, a part of me. Connecting with others through art. Sharing my creations was another turning point. I was nervous at first, but the response was incredible. People didn't just see the art, they felt the emotions behind it. Lesson 3. Share your journey. When you share your work, you open the door to connection, understanding, and even new friendships. Art for Wellness is where I made these connections. I realised how powerful art could be in bringing people together, that I had a gift to share with others. It was where I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, and defined the real me, the person I always wanted to be. Finding my true self. Art also became a tool of self-discovery. I learned so much about myself, my passions, inner strength, and creative spirit. It helped me reconnect with who I truly was, something I'd lost sight of for years. Lesson 4. Use art to reflect. Let your creativity guide you. You might be surprised by what you learn about yourself. Art is for everyone. One of the most important lessons I've learnt is that art isn't about talent, it's about expression. Whether you're a professional or just starting, art is for everyone. This belief inspired me to create the Art in Your Hands project, where I help others experience the joy of healing, power of creativity. Lesson 5. Everyone can create. Your art doesn't need to look like anybody else's. If it means something to you, then that's enough. Key tips for starting or restarting your art journey. Number 1, give yourself permission to begin. Ignore the voice that says you can't. Start anyway. Number 2, make time for creativity. Even 10 minutes a day can make the difference. Number 3, experiment without judgment. Try different mediums, paint, pencils, collage, and see what feels right. Number 4, focus on the process. Enjoy creating for the sake of creating, not for the outcome. Number 5, seek connection. Share your work, join a workshop, or connect with a creative community. Closing thoughts. If there's one thing I want you to take away from my story, it's this. It's never too late to rediscover your creativity. Whether you're 14 or 40, art can be a powerful way to express yourself, process your emotions, and connect with others. And remember, your creativity is a gift, and the world is waiting to see it. So grab a pencil, a paintbrush, or even just a blank sheet of paper and start today. You might just surprise yourself. So today I've reflected on vulnerability, intuition, and the importance of showing up authentically. So here's what we've learned. Growth through vulnerability. Sharing your truth, even when it feels vulnerable, creates deep connections. When we own our stories, including the messy parts, we inspire others to do the same. Strength is born from adversity, and our openness makes us relatable and qualified to hold space for others. The power of choice. Every moment presents an opportunity for us to stand in our truth and make choices that are aligned with who we really are. And smiling through challenges is a choice. It's a testament of resilience. Life is about alignment, not perfection. When we listen to ourselves, the answers often emerge from within. Intuition and creativity. Intuitive journaling and free writing open doors to self-awareness. Art therapy and creative practices allow us to process emotions in a cathartic way. Create space for curiosity and let your dreams and desires guide you. The importance of connection. Sitting in a circle, whether for art journaling, talking, or simply being, is transformative. Women supporting women can be powerful. It's a healing experience when the right tribe are found. Seek a space where you feel safe, heard, and supported, because connection fuels creativity and healing. Rest and surrender. Busy doesn't mean productive. Rest allows ideas to come to us and energy is replenished. So letting go of your rigid plans and embracing the flow of life brings freedom and authenticity. Surrender to life's natural rhythm brings peace, clarity and creativity. Final thoughts. Being human means embracing imperfection and sharing the real, raw parts of ourselves. And it's okay not to have everything figured out. What matters most is showing up as you are, honouring your needs and doing what pleases you. Let's continue to grow together, hold space for one another, and nurture our dreams one vulnerable, authentic moment at a time.
Create your best life. Oh.